Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Blockbuster Warriors trade pitch would land LeBron for 5 players, picks. The Golden State Warriors may attempt to pair Stephen Curry with another star this offseason as they try to give themselves another chance of winning a ring. With young players and first-round picks to move, the Warriors could be in the mix for a star. In a proposed deal from Dan Favale of Bleacher Report, Golden State would change their roster in a big way, trading for LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers get Jonathan Kuminga, Kevin Looney, Brandon Podziemski, Gue Santos, Andrew Wiggins, 2025 first-round pick, 2026 first-round swap, 2027 first-round pick, 2028 first-round swap, 2029 first-round swap, and a 2030 first-round pick that's protected from numbers 21 to 30. Favale wrote that this trade presumes the Warriors' 2024 pick conveys to the Portland Trail Blazers with top 4 protection, and the deal is done after the draft as Golden State can move their 2025 first. Warriors get James, who must pick up his player option. Golden State can try negotiating a more favorable opportunity cost if it's feeling heat-checky. After all, these talks only transpire if LeBron leverages the Lakers into a trade. But the Warriors aren't surviving such a blockbuster with Kuminga or Pod still on the roster, Favale wrote in his May 3 article exploring blockbuster NBA trades. They should consider themselves lucky that LeBron's clout might spare them from adding in Moses Moody and Tracy Jackson-Davis. And if Golden State has to include either or both, it should. I don't care that LeBron is about to turn 40. He's still LeBron, one of the very few players with the juice to reopen the Dubs title window. James, now 39 years old, will turn 40 in December of the 2024-25 season. However, he was still a productive player for the Lakers this season. The all-time leading scorer averaged 25.7 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 8.3 assists per game. It was also the first time James shot over 40.6% from three-point range, shooting 41%. For the Golden State Warriors to be able to trade for James, he needs to continue playing. His agent Rich Paul, appearing on SiriusXM NBA Radio, said he expects James to play next year and that he's got maybe 2 or 3 years left in the tank, maybe. Regarding his future, James took to X to provide an update. I've heard a lot of reports about my future. I said it last night and I'll say it again, James tweeted on April 30th. I do not know yet as I'm only thinking about spending time with my family and friends. When I know after speaking with the fam, my counsel as well as my representation about it, then you guys will know. Until then. Love. After battling it out in the NBA Finals multiple times, James and Curry forming a duo would be an interesting sight. However, given their ages, with Curry recently turning 36 in March, this could be one of the final years they can do so. Curry averaged 26.4 points per game and shot 40.8% from three-point range on 11.8 attempts per game. He proved, statistically, that he can be a number 1 option still on a championship team, as did James. The two will play together during the 2024 Olympics on the USA men's national team, playing with each other for the first time in a competitive setting. In 2022, James appeared in an episode of The Stop and was asked who he'd like to play with in the NBA. His first response was his son, Bronny James, but his second response was the Golden State Warriors superstar. Zach Lowe pitches blockbuster Kevin Durant trade for Warriors. As the Golden State Warriors search for a pivot this offseason to maximize the remaining championship window of Stephen Curry, one name constantly comes up. Kevin Durant. Zach Lowe of ESPN floated a trade idea that will bring Durant back to the Bay Area, where he enjoyed the most successful stretch of his NBA career, and also the Warriors. KD reunited with the Warriors, Lowe said on his podcast The Lowe Post on April 29. All the young guys, salary fillers. It's gonna be Jonathan, Kuminga, and all the other, young, guys you don't want to trade. It's Kevin Durant, so you'll probably trade those guys. ESPN's front office insider Bobby Marks also added Andrew Wiggins into the framework of the hypothetical Golden State Phoenix Suns trade that could revive the Warriors' dynasty into the final years of Durant and Curry's prime. It should be Wiggins as your placeholder, Marks said. That's your big number, right? Then it's gonna be a combination of Kuminga, Brandon, Podziemski, and Moses, Moody and whatever you have. Wiggins still have 3 years remaining on his $109 million, 4-year deal. In terms of draft equity, the Warriors have 2 tradable first-round picks, 2025 and 2027 or 2026 and 2028, and pick swaps in between those picks. They also have 2 second-round picks available. While Warriors owner Joe Lacob indicated that their Plan 1A is to get out of the luxury tax, their trade deadline inquiry on Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James suggests they are willing to take a big swing as well. You know me, and our fans. I hope you know me and us, not just me, we have a culture that is very aggressive, Lacob told The Athletic on February 15. We're always going to try to be aggressive, we're going to try to put the best team on the court, and if it costs a lot of money, it's going to cost a lot of money. We're willing to invest, everyone knows that. We do those things hopefully at the right time, not the wrong time. And we're going to look at everything. When we acquired Kevin Durant many years ago, that was an incredibly aggressive move that we made. Where I think half our roster went away to accomplish that. Even though we had a really good team, we felt we could be better, and we did. We went to 3 finals, should have won all 3, we did win 2. There is unfinished business with Durant and the Warriors. In the aftermath of the Phoenix's embarrassing first-round flameout, Shams Charania and Doug Holler of The Athletic reported that Durant was unhappy with his role on Suns offense. Durant, among the best scorers in NBA history, was not always happy with how he was used, Charania and Holler wrote. Sources briefed on the matter told The Athletic that Durant never felt comfortable with his role in Phoenix's offense alongside Devin, Booker and Bradley Beal this season. Those sources said Durant had persistent issues with the offense, feeling that he was being relegated to the corner far too often and not having the proper designs to play to his strengths as the offense was built around pick and rolls. At the same time, some teammates and people close to the organization believed Durant needed to voice his concerns more adamantly and directly with Vogel and his coaching staff. The Warriors could pounce on those cracks in the Durant-Suns relationship to lure him back. Could the Golden State Warriors trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo? It has become increasingly clear that the Golden State Warriors need to make major changes to their roster in order to re-enter championship contention. With the current NBA landscape, those changes will almost certainly have to include the addition of another certified star next to Steph Curry. In February, The Athletic reported that Giannis Antetokounmpo would be the dream addition for Golden State this summer. With the Milwaukee Bucks going out in the first round, could there be any path to a deal between these two teams? Antetokounmpo did not play in any of Milwaukee's playoff games, as a calf injury held him out for the entirety of the series. There has been no indication from Milwaukee that they are looking to blow their roster up, and there has also been no indication from Antetokounmpo that he'd like to be elsewhere. That said, perhaps the Warriors will still check in on his availability the same way they checked in with the Los Angeles Lakers about the availability of LeBron James at the trade deadline. Whether it's Antetokounmpo or another star, it feels reasonable to assume that the Warriors will at least check in on different players this summer. Steph Curry is still a high-level star, but could use another piece alongside him as Klay Thompson and Draymond Green get further from their all-star days. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Giannis Antetokounmpo? Leave your opinion in the comments.